Welcome to PricePlow.
What's happening, PricePlow Nation? This is Mike Roberto, founder of PricePlow, and you're about to watch a very new type of video on our channel because it is going to be my first ever Wagyu steak experience here. Now, these two Wagyu Ribeyes, these are American Wagyus that were sent for free from Stay Classy Meats. They are from Montana cattle, and I couldn't be more excited. We're gonna show a bunch of close-ups here. We are gonna cook it. They're thin, so it's gonna be pretty quick to cook. The way I cook it usually, I'm gonna cook it like I cook basically every other steak, every other ribeye that I love, using my Himalayan Salt Block. I have the grill at high temperature, and it's heating up the block as we speak. And I'm gonna have to monitor closely because they are thin. Oftentimes we go for medium to medium rare. I like it medium rare, but we have a baby in the house who likes steak probably more than me, so I like to give it to her a little bit medium, so you know, just in case. Anyway, very excited about these. These came in the core box from Stay Classy Meats, so there is a whole bunch of bison, there's chicken, there's bacon, there's pork, there's Wagyu ground beef there's in here, and some buffalo, or there's some bison, New York strips in this box as well. So I'll show you the unboxing and everything in a different video, but overall, couldn't be more excited. Now, I do have to state that eventually, we don't have it right now, but eventually we probably will have a PricePlow coupon code there and a business relationship, but I think you know, the visual is gonna speak for itself. So let's get this going. Here we go. This is after just a couple of minutes. Browning is already coming through a little bit. Many of you will be flipping it already. We're gonna go a little bit longer here. And I do have a quick thermometer. What I like about Stay Classy Meats is that they have a lot of ambassadors that are fitness oriented. And if you know PricePlow, we covered typically the supplement and nutrition industry. So this is a perfect fit and a great way to start off this whole process. Look at the fat content on this. This might be overcooked already. This is exactly what I was going for. I'm gonna smash it. We're gonna be done within minutes here. All right. That is all she wrote. Gonna have to scrape off some of this fat. Wonder if salt blocks maybe not the best way of doing this here, but that's the way I roll for version 1.0. Now I'm going to move on to a different steak. Let this rest. All right, here goes nothing. See if you can see that. All right, and we'll do it on the second steak. We'll do. Oh, that cuts way too easily. I probably did overcook it a little bit, but that was kind of the plan. Yeah, we will get some B-roll of these cuts. Yeah, it's focusing on me. Here we go. No, okay, first off, I love any steak made on a Himalayan Salt Block. Just love it. That's why I make everyone like that. Overcooked a little bit, yes, not too much. The fat strip there, that was unlike anything I've had. That was just, it just melted in the mouth. That literally just, once my tongue touched that fat, it kind of just spread and disappeared. Oh my God. That's unreal. There is a different taste to it than the usual the store-bought ribeyes I've had too. So, and it's better. Almost like there's a little bit more, a touch more grassiness in it, but I don't even know if that's it. But this is my first anything from the Montana Steak Collection here, from the core box from Stay Classy Meats. Overall, I can't believe I've been enjoying steaks for this long and have not had this. This is downright fantastic. We'll close out pretty soon. I'm gonna finish eating and take some more, some other bites and some B-roll shots and feed the family. Until next time, we'll see ya. Whoa. Hey, what's up everyone? It's Mike here from the future. A couple weeks later, I realized I never closed this video down. We got to get it published. So here's the deal. I ended up finishing the third Wagyu ribeye strip here. Actually, my daughter finished it. And that's what the review is really about here. First off, yeah, this is my first time having Wagyu, so I don't have a huge basis for comparison. But what I can tell you is that this stuff is so ridiculous. And you know who understands this stuff? It's kids. The kids who are just craving the omegas, and they're craving the protein and fats until you get them addicted on sugar, which we're trying to avoid. My daughter annihilated not only this other piece we had in the first round, but the third piece. I ate maybe 20% of it, and she had the whole rest of it, and she's not even 2 years old yet. And I told Scott at Steak Classic Meats what happened. He's like, dude, the kids, they recognize the awesomeness of the omegas, and they love it. We are wired to just love it. Now, I did cook the third one on a Himalayan Salt Block as well, but I didn't like move it around as much. I try to keep it still because, and you gotta get it off fast. You gotta cook it your way, of course. But I love the Himalayan Salt Block, but with this one, it sucks up so much salt into the fat. You gotta like it salty if you're gonna do that. And by not moving it around the third time and by picking it off a little bit quicker, and not spreading it around in that saltiness to suck up the salt, then it turned out so perfect that I downright loved it. But overall though, you might have other ways of cooking the Wagyu, and yeah, I'm a Himalayan Salt Block guy for sure. It's like 95% of my meat goes that way. This might be the one thing where you might have some better methodologies, but overall, this was such an extremely strong experience, and I thank Steak Classic Meats for throwing some of this into that box. Since we started this video, we do now have a PricePlow coupon code saving 10% off. We don't really have an affiliate deal set up or anything like that at this point, but yeah, the box is sent for free, so just consider that. And it was, of course, my first Wagyu experience. But I think the story here is that the body recognizes just how epic and awesome this stuff is. And it's the kids. They don't lie. And she crushed. I've never seen her eat meat like this. It was so good. And at that point, I'm like, you know what? I'll take one for the team. I'll have other Wagyu experiences in my life. Kiddo gets it. And so what an incredible, good first experience. I can't wait to have more Wagyu. I've since had the Wagyu ground beef. We made smash burgers out of it, and same result. So good. But you ain't gonna beat a ribeye. So watch out for that thin cut on the Himalayan Salt Block, but overall, if you do it right, it is fantastic. So that's the end of our review here. Now, because this is PricePlow and I am opinionated, we gotta give you the 5 rules, PricePlow's 5 rules of eating meats. Because we are here for health reasons, and that's rule number 1. They told us, don't let them lie to you. They told us that red meat was unhealthy. They told us that saturated fat was unhealthy. And that was nothing but a pure lie. It was the carbohydrates combined with the seed oils that are really killing us. And I think it's especially the seed oils. So rule number 1 is don't believe the lies. Eggs and red meat are healthy. We are here for health reasons, and that's why we like Steak Classic Meats. Rule number 2, I already alluded to it. Do not ever cook your meat, do not insult this good of a meat in a seed oil. None whatsoever. Canola oil, rapeseed, it's really called rapeseed, it's poisonous. You should watch the video on how it's made. Rapeseed oil, which is canola oil, corn oil, soybean oil, sunflower oil, safflower oil, cottonseed oil, linseed oil, disgusting. High in omega-6 fatty acids, high in linoleic acid. You eat too much of that. Yeah, linoleic acid is actually essential, but you eat too much of it, you get too much arachidonic, inflammatory, arachidonic acid created. That leads to more 4-HNE, and that leads to the metabolic crisis. More and more, I'm realizing it's not the carbs, it's not the fats, it's this garbage. And that's leading to all of our problems. Do not insult your meat with this. And this is Wagyu right here. You don't need to add any fat whatsoever, especially oils. Just throw it on the pan and it's gonna be fine. Rule number 3 though, especially true, I think, in this video. Don't mix the carbs and the fats. The starchy carbs are for athletes only. And that a lot of times, that means me disincluded there because I'm not always an athlete. Because what happens is this. If you eat too many carbohydrates, you're gonna spike your insulin. When your insulin is high, your body stops breaking down fat and it's just gonna start storing the fat. Nowhere in nature do we have, very rarely in nature I'm gonna say, do we have carbs and fats mixed together. We have a fatty cut of meat here called a ribeye, a Wagyu ribeye. When you have that many calories from the fats and some of the protein. This is a very high fat meal. And if you go and eat baked potato with it, that's gonna spike your blood sugar, that's gonna spike your insulin levels, and then you're not gonna be able to properly use the actual fat for energy. The fat's gonna get stored because your body's gotta work on the sugar first. So stop mixing the carbs with the meats. If you're gonna do that, then go get a lean meat, not this one. This one doesn't need any help whatsoever. So that's rule number 3, probably the most controversial, but with a ribeye, I'm very confident in stating that. Rule number 4, outside of my first 3 rules, do it your way, let's have fun with it. Yeah, I just did it with a Himalayan Salt Block. Probably not the best idea if you're gonna smash it all over the thing and get it way too salty. But you know what? We're here for the health reasons. That's what the first 3 rules are about. We're here for the health reasons, so have fun. If you throw in a Ninja Foodie, yeah, that's kind of an insult maybe to, I love the Foodie. That's kind of an insult to the ribeye, especially a Wagyu ribeye, but at the same time, who cares? We're here for the health reasons. Cooked is cooked, just make sure you don't overcook it. So do it your way, have fun, experiment. Worst thing that's gonna happen is that you're gonna have a bad piece of meat. Life goes on, let's have fun with it. And rule number 5, support your local business, support your local farmers. You'll have a less of an environmental impact, and you're gonna help support the businesses of local farmers and ranchers who you know, and you can go and verify and trust that they are grass-fed and grass-finished, if that's your thing. But if you can't, because you live in a city or it's 2 a.m. right now or something like that, then definitely feel free to order with PricePlow.com/meat. We are affiliated with a lot of stores, a lot of them we're not. But I would love for you to use PricePlow to get your meat if you can't get it locally, if you live in the city or some other reason why. And we will do our best to get you a coupon, find you the best deals. We're gonna be sorting it by the amount of poundage you get per dollar and all that. So we're gonna do our best to hook up with good farms that are doing it right. But hey, if you got a problem with it getting shipped across the country or whatever, go to your local farmers market and support local business, because that's what it's all about. And that's why we're here. All right, price.com/meat. Thanks again to Stay Classy Meats. I've gone long enough. Stay away from those seed oils. Thanks for watching.
Welcome to PricePlow.